I am not a financial advisor. These videos are all meant for educational purposes only. All complete Trader Academy videos are my personal opinion and perspective. Trading carries a high level of risk, and all results are your own responsibility. Please always demo first. Hey everybody, welcome back to CT Review. Today is December 10th, Tuesday, 2024. Hope you had a good day today. So, wild day today, man. So yesterday, if you watch yesterday's video, I'm literally telling you guys that the trade that I was in might not pan out, and that we would come up into this 4 hour imbalance and then sell off from there to get lowered in here. And I marked out this area right here. See this imbalance right here. So I literally marked that out yesterday. Go watch it. I called this the day before, right? So you could know that. Go watch the video. But just so you know, I did catch it. So and check this out, just so you understand. I sold it from here yesterday. That this 50% of that range. And the problem with this is it's a little shallow. But also, this is the leg down for the initial start. Then the retracement comes back up. You get the three drives here. 1, 2, 3. Look on the 15-minute. 1, 2, 3. See that? And then on the 4 hour, you can see the imbalance there. But over here on the 15-minute, this is refined. So this is this imbalance right there. And we come up and we seal it. So we transfer over to the 1 minute. You can see that we sealed it there. And then 9:30, kind of a little wild. 9:30 came down, came up, got into that 15-minute imbalance. And for me, we did seal that low. See this little empty space right there? Man, I was talking about this yesterday. I was trying to buy up in there and seal it, but they left that as a dangling carrot. And remember this for future references. This is why I do these videos for you, right? So you see, what did they do? They dangled the carrot, then they came back up and got it. But in general speaking, they came down and they made a lower high. This was the real lower high. So this was the real lower high, not there, right? And the reason why is because they're trying to shake out everybody selling. They're trying to get real close to the 9:30 price action of yesterday of people selling, right? So they did that on their way down before they came down. Here, 15-minute imbalance, you can see that sealed perfectly. And then on another time frame, you'll see there's a wick, and that wick, you'll see the price action will get to 50%. I need to go to a one. Let me actually go to a 1 hour then. Was it the 1 hour? Yeah, it was the 1 hour right here. See that? So if I was to do a 50 level here with the wick here, let me just do this real quick. And I'm also, when I'm looking at this time frame, I'm also understanding that that I don't want to see bodies or even price action go above it. What am I doing? Here, hold on. See this? Boom. So that wick right there, right? That wick, when the price is up here, first of all, I definitely don't want to see bodies up here. But if it's going to come up here, that's also an entry, just by itself. Let's just say you didn't even have a lower time frame than this 1 minute. Then that would be a nice entry right there. And that's that. I'm watching that as I'm watching the 15-minute. Let me as I'm watching, well, all the time frames really, but and you can see there that well, for me, I didn't need it for the entry per se, but I just used us sealing this is how I got it. Now, when we came up here and we got into the 15-minute imbalance and we were below 50%, I did take this trade. And obviously it was, and I had my anniversary today, so I actually came back in enough time to catch the screenshot. I was sitting with my wife and we were having dinner, or I'm sorry, lunch, and out and about. But we came back. I have to leave soon to continue my adventure today, but the price action did come in here, and I was like, all right, cool, man. I got into a 15-minute imbalance. We're sealing it, that, well, if I had used this 1 hour, that would have been more helpful than catching the sell from here. But my logic is we came in here, it was good enough. We had sealed these breakout traders right here. And I wanted to be below 50% anyway. So caught this sell, it was coming down, came back to the opening range gap. Obviously, you notice that it's empty here. But again, I was telling y'all yesterday, I'm very confident in another leg down. So, and X marks the spot where we came to, man. Look, take a look at that. So, watch yesterday's video. But then we stopped at the 25%. We went back up. Okay, so we went back up. Okay, cool. So, we went back up here. We had an inversion here. I take this as well. Fails. All right, obviously. Well, obviously, the price action is coming up real tough. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of the trade. So, another 3 Indians here. Boom. Pushes up. I'm like, okay, this is it. For sure. I'm like, we just sealed this. And I'm like, these little bastards are playing around. But in general speaking, I understood this is why you want to stay away from a 1 minute. But keying off of the 15 minute here, you see this pretty clear. You get the 3 drives here. But really after this high, it's on this time frame, it's just 2 drives, right? But the third drive in this scenario, if it was just this price action, the wick of the 10-15, it's a 10 a.m. 4-hour candle reversal, right? And that's what we're trading. We're reversing that. So I understood that too, right? But I was in a window of 10-10 right here, 10-9. I was like, all right, this is perfect, right? So, and I was hoping to come underneath here, this 10.07, and use it as an inversion. Look, we bounced off of it. We didn't go underneath it. So I understand that it's going to fail, right? Then look, take a look here. Then we get underneath it, the same inversion I'm talking about, the same one. And then you can see it working there beautifully, right? So boom, on its way, comes in underneath, tests again, the breakout. This is resistance. I could draw this blue line just like I could put the same thing right there, right? Actually, I'm going to do it now. I need to make this video short. I have to go. Fuck, man. Right there. See that? So, and then we come underneath. We're using the left side of the chart, using this inversion here. You can see it holding there. It's on its way. Now, I'm on the phone at this point. I'm gone for the day. But I'm literally setting and forgetting it, man. I literally had to. It was so nice, though, not to be watching and sitting on. Well, I mean, I was watching it, but I wasn't sitting at my desk. But and sure enough, price comes down. Another resistance here. This last drive. I actually measured this a couple ways. So in this screenshot, you'll see I had it measured from just the last up candle right here. That's from this candle right here to there, right? Not like how I got it on the current screen I just showed you. You can see here, it's just that last 15-minute candle. And when I took the screenshot, I got back home. We came underneath, boom. We got to where we were, I was aiming for. And then, and this is, look at the time, it's 3:33. So this is the new 15-minute candle. This is most likely going to be the wick and the extreme of this candle before it kind of flips. You know, it's the end of the day. I'm catching the high of the day to the low of the day, right? And this is actually one of my best trades as well because of the fact of that reason. It's the high or low of the day. But I understood that, to get out here, we wanted to seal this imbalance. And I should have done a little better job on drawing this. So look on the 1 hour. This is even better. So when I drew this level, I was just drawing the breakout trader level and then the imbalance of that. That's not really the right area to draw it. I was supposed to draw it there. That's the actual imbalance. But anything above this high is the breakout level. But at the same speaking, you also have it on this candle too. This last down candle right here. When we bust through it, that's also a breakout level. But I was using this as a minimum, right? But what did we do? We came and sealed it completely. So I wasn't clear on that, but I understood that too. And then we came down and damn near tapped the open. What's the open of this candle? The open up there is 21,353 and a quarter. What's the low here? Low is 352 and 3/4. Dude, you're talking about a tick or two. What's the open? 343. Yeah, 343. Yeah, dude. One tick. So beautiful. Came into it by a tick, man. So that's gorgeous. So anyways, what was I saying? So yeah, and then but then I also measured it this way And as you can see it here, I measured it from this swing here, and then from here it got into a 1 to 1.5. Bodies are kind of respecting that 1.5, and this was like, okay, this is a very possible place to retrace from too in reverse. So, but it was the end of the day, and it didn't matter. But that was the goal that I had. Um, so yeah, man, fucking amazing day. And you can see we rolled right into that imbalance right there. All right, we tagged that. We're using it as resistance. And then look at the opening range gap play. We bounce, we come underneath. They use this to sucker some sellers here and then trick them by coming up thinking it's still buying. But we know that the draw is coming down here. Well, number one is to wipe. It's also to wipe this liquidity. So, that doesn't even make sense. I'm not thinking this as a buy. You still have plenty of room down here, especially the 2 to 2.5. I mean, at the least, if you measure just the candle. But man, I mean, I couldn't have called this any better. And I got the proof from yesterday's video. And I mentioned last Thursday that we would probably come up on Friday of NFP and then sell off after that. Sure enough, the early of this week, which would be Monday, Sunday night, Monday, and then sure enough, we got what we wanted, man. We got that. We got it, man. So let me see here, and then as you can see, we come to the 50% of that gap of the opening range gap. Look at the tick, dude. Like that's beautiful. And then rush down, man. So, yeah, but this is super fire right here. Again, when I sold it here, I needed Asia and London to start dipping in, and it did not do that. So, when I was in the trade, I woke up and it was down here and it started popping up again. I was like, dude, they're gonna come up again. So I ended up getting stopped out in profit. So no problem, no big deal, right? But I did not get a chance to buy it because I understood that they were gonna pump it up first. If we haven't already came down here and this 930 doesn't come in here, then we're gonna pump up first. So in layman's terms, this is just let me see if I could. In layman's terms, as you can see the structure, man, I gotta fucking go, dude. This is my 498th video, I think. We'll see what we do. So this is the real structure here, right? So that's the real structure there. And in that leg, we have lower low, lower low. We stop. We retrace back for the lower low to the lower high, and we have 3 drives in that process, right? And then what do we do here? Coming down from the lower high to the lower low. I'm doing that on purpose so you can't see it. And what do we get here? We get 1, 2, 3 drives, pretty much, sort of. But for some reason, I feel like we should be coming down more. I don't know. So Nvidia ended up coming down harder as well. I was mentioning that, and possibly getting into these equal lows here, right? But that did take out liquidity. So the only 2 things I'm looking for is it. Because the historical data I was mentioning on the previous video, watch it, I was saying about the formations of the 3 drives and then the retrace down for the lower low and lower high. Watch this shit. You've been watching the videos, but for anyone who hasn't, are we done with this leg down? If we're not, then we should still sell for it because we have CPI tomorrow. So do we come down for another leg? Do we just maybe fucking do something like this, and then we come down here, all right, and then we bounce up. We actually do this all the way up, okay? So it's gonna be like something like this, like for the rest of the month, center rally, and then a big push closer to the last, like, I don't know, 7 days of the month. But so is this happening here, or are we already there, right? And fuck, I gotta go, bro. Anyways, man. So, and then do we just pull up now? I don't know. So I would like to think that we'd come back down for one more leg here, only because we can get to we missed the top of the month's high first already. But then also yeah, we didn't tag that level. Plus the 4 hour has some room on the and I was mentioning that 50% was going to be, something we need to break through it more, but we're not really down there. So I think we have another leg to go to keep coming down. And it's not really a leg. This is still the continuing leg of this same leg. Is this leg done, or is it going to turn around? Is it going? Are we going to get that extra leg down with the same part of the leg? Is it going to reach down here, right? Oh shit! Is it going to come into this area, or even in this area, or extreme would be here? All right, I'm just letting you know right now. This would be extreme. And then roll up like this, right? With the higher highs and higher lows and take off for the rest of the month. All right. I'm fucked, dude. I'm supposed to leave. I didn't mark anything. I was on a phone. So let's see here. Was there a divergence here? Yeah, at the time it was. I can't do this right now. I gotta go. Well, this was probably divergence right here. So, well, because we took out that high that I was involved in. But now look, if I was with S&P or Nas, I'm sorry, S&P and Dow, and I took that sell, I would have been in the trade still. I would have never got stopped out. But look, Nas did. So we don't know what it's gonna do. I just know what it's doing, right? So there you go, right there. That's why when I took it, I was like, Asia and London didn't come down. It was just fucking around, and then it just popped up from here. And I noticed that since we were up here, we didn't come down already, that we had a high chance of pushing up again just to wipe out liquidity to the left of those sellers. But as you can see, S&P was really fair about it, and sort of Dow, but let's see this higher lows there. Ugh. Yeah, I think we're gonna come down. I think we're gonna come down. Fucking dollar also pushed up. That helped. That was what I was talking about yesterday. As you can see, Dow, they closed there. They closed that gap, reached a little bit lower. I think we're still coming down, man. I think if it comes down tomorrow, I think that might be like the last day. So between now and the 12th, we should start. We should start coming up, and then a V, nice V, push back up. Let's see here, and then S&P. Beautiful, came down again, and I just feel like one more measure, and that gap right there too. That's nice. That gap, I'd love to come to this gap right here. So yeah, so you know what I'm looking for. I already drew it out. Either a leg down to then push up, or we don't break this low and then we start doing this shit for the rest of the month. Okay, period. There's nothing else I could tell you. Period. So fucking proud of myself, bro. Like I literally called this shit yesterday, man, and I'm just like, it's just phenomenal. But here, if I extended it from here and I use this swing from there to there, then we got a 2 to 2.5 here. That's nice. 3.5 to 4 is here. So while I hovered at, you can see the 2 to 2.5 is here, which will get underneath that week's high. Plus that it'll be this imbalance right here on the 4 hour here. This little section. Okay, that would kind of like be next. Come on, man, I gotta go. And then, and if it's really deep with CPI, or CPI is the case that could do it, then we'd get underneath this low right here. Yeah, and then would be in the 3 and the 4. All right, you guys take care and God bless.